morning. The pursuit of honest journalism is a noble endeavor. And with that in mind, a team of incredibly dedicated editors have helped to craft and shape what you're about to see, which is a piece of honest reporting that is completely free from bias, completely free from slant, any prejudicial viewing whatsoever. It is the most objective thing that you are ever going to watch in your entire lives. And so without further ado, here is Jean-Sébastien Dutil.
Hi. So here are my BCS Carnival 2023 predictions of like the rankings of each houses in the 4 categories: junior girls, senior girls, junior boys, and senior boys. Starting with the junior girls category, in number 2, Williams. I didn't know really much about Williams, so I went on the BCS website to learn some information. And I learned that Williams was named in honor of the 5th headmaster of BCS, who served from 1857 to 1963. To have your house named after someone who served as headmaster of BCS for over 100 years, Williams must be in possession of many great ancient secrets for winning Carnival. That's why I put them up in second place. But unfortunately for Williams, those secrets are nothing compared to the secrets held by Ross in the dungeons underneath Ross' house. This is also the reason why you only see the students during the day. Going to the senior girls category, in third place, Glass. Glass is gonna end up third because they spend more time looking at themselves in the glass rather than focus on the competition. In second place, Gillard. Unlike the girls in glass, Gillard girls are used to having to walk outside to eat in the morning. By the way, they whine about it every day. This is why I put them in second place. They can't win the Carnival because Carnival is happening outside. I just assume they're going to complain about it the entire time. Unlike the girls in Glass and Gillard, Ross girls have strength, spirit, determination, and courage. Moving to the junior boys category. In second place, South. They're the youngest boys in the school. Of course, they don't know what a carnival is, even less how to win one. But then you're going to tell me, but JS, the kids in Ross also don't know what a carnival is. They can't win it. And you are correct. But unlike the kids in South, the Ross kids are being coached by the greatest samurai of all time. This samurai is also their great house captain, so South stands no chance. Lastly, we have the senior boys category. In number 5, Mitchell. Mitchell may have 100 students, but that plays to their disadvantage. It's something I like to call the bystander effect. There are so many people in Mitchell that they always expect someone else to show up to the activities, so no one shows up. Well, sometimes one or two people. There was this one guy that captured a flag last year. He seems to be celebrating his victory, but unfortunately for this individual, Russell was right behind, ready to steal the victory. Number 4, Smith. Yeah, they put the Slytherin house logo because the big green S reminded me of Smith. But make no mistake, they are more like Hufflepuffs. For those of you who haven't read Harry Potter, Hufflepuffs are like pushovers. I remember last year, Smith was filled with Dungeons and Dragons club members. You can't expect those guys to win at snow soccer. But I've heard that this year, Smith is filled with hockey players. Like they did a complete 180 shift. But that doesn't give them any more chances of winning. Because the rules of Carnival are not written like a comic book. Hockey players can't read them. Number 3, North. If you live in North, you have my sympathies. Because when you're younger, you live in Greater South, dreaming of what it's like to be part of the big, prestigious houses, just to find out that they moved your bed 2 rooms away in North. If you've been placed in North, you've already lost. So you can't win the Carnival. You've already been minded to losing. Number 2, McNaughton. I don't really mind McNaughton, but if I had one complaint, it would be that they should change their name to McNaughton. They usually end up second place in Carnival behind Russ House. Like, they're not always the best. They're not always the worst. They're not the smallest house. They're not the biggest house. It's just a bunch of McNaughton, if you ask me. And number 1, Ross. It may seem strange to you if you're new students here, because Ross House has like 4 people, but we have spirit. That makes us more strong than any hockey players other houses could throw at us. And I assure you that in the making of this presentation, I consulted over a dozen students in Russ House. They all seem to think like I do. So the grand winner of the BCS 2023 is Russ House. Some people in this room may disagree with me, and all I have to say is that you need to perform better this time in this carnival. Like, whenever you encounter Russ House, you need to do your 200%. You need to show Russ what strength really is. Otherwise, Russ is like gonna defeat you. Yeah, if you don't hit Russ hard, Russ is gonna hit you hard. Thank you.